Welcome back to the channel. We got chest and back starting 4 sets of incline dumbbell press, and you read the title. I haven't been really training properly, and it's, I guess I have, but for the last couple workouts, I've been getting quite caught up with trying to just progressive overload that I've noticed that my form over time is just getting slightly worse and worse. It's still good, but I've noticed my shoulders starting to flare up a little bit more, so I'm like, you know what? I'm just going to dial it back. We're going to go to a super slow eccentric with a little pause at the bottom and just forget about the weight. That's something I got to always remember. It's not about the weight you're lifting. It's are you getting to failure? Are you using good time under tension? Stuff like that. The actual weight number is freaking meaningless. So you could see on the incline dumbbell press, the really strict control. I'm only using the 45s there, I believe. Normally, maybe I'd be using the 50s, but I can go lighter and get the same stimulus with less risk of injury, so I'm going to do that. And on lat pull downs, I was only using 125 pounds rather than 135, so 10 pounds less, but I'm controlling the eccentric quite a bit more. A slight pause at the top in the stretch and maybe a slight pause in the contraction, and it allows me to lighten the weight while still getting a great hypertrophic stimulus. Probably slightly better maybe, but realistically not anything noticeable. But the reduction in injury risk is absolutely drastic, so I think it's honestly worth it. And I just always, again, got to remember, and you guys got to remember too, it's not about the weight. I know we all got that power lifter inside us that just wants to get stronger at all costs. But if you're a bodybuilding focused lifter like me, then, it doesn't matter how much weight the muscles are moving. It just matters, do they look freaking good on stage? So, it doesn't matter. So I just got to keep telling myself that every workout. But we did the incline dumbbell press and the lat pull down, and we're alternating between the two. And then we got 4 sets of seated cable chest flies. This is still my favorite fly variation. I don't think that's ever going to change just because you're so stable. And I really like not having a back pad on my upper back, so I can get really, really good scapular retraction and get a huge stretch in the hole. And it's all chest. Now, I think for the most part, when it comes to chest, I need more upper chest than anything. That's why you'll pretty much always see me do an incline dumbbell press or some kind, not really just an incline dumbbell press, but an incline press nonetheless, whereas this cable chest fly is focusing more on the middle chest portion, and slightly the lower chest as well. So I always like to do one flat movement, one incline, and the incline I use is 30 degrees. I think that gets me a good amount of upper chest without too much front delt activation. And then we got 3 sets of chest supported cable rows. This is the row variation I've been doing lately, and I've, again, slowly been progressing overloading on it, but today I just decided to dial it back a little bit and use a slower eccentric and some more pausing in the stretch position so I can lighten the weight while getting the same hypertrophic stimulus. So really, really good control here. And actually at the end on my last set of these, I like to do some Kelso shrugs. If you don't know, what those are. It's basically you just shrug your traps back while keeping your arms straight. So it's just your mid traps working, and it just allows you to overload them a little bit more and get a couple extra reps. And then 1 set of cable lat pullovers. I alternate on my, when I do pull or whatever, I'll do 4 sets of lat pull down on one day and then 3 sets of rows on another. And then my next day I'll do 4 sets of rows, 3 sets of pull down. And I always include 1 set of cable lat pullovers just because I think they're a great lat, probably the best lat isolation exercise. And this is really going to build that V taper that we want for classic physique and open bodybuilding and men's physique, pretty much in every category. You want that V from the back, and especially it helps a lot from the front as well. I don't have the widest clavicle structure and stuff like that, so it's really important for me to build out my lats as well. So I always like to include cable lat pullovers, best lat isolation exercise. I much prefer to the dumbbells. I find this, you get more even tension throughout the range, and, some science guys are going to argue, oh, you should use dumbbells because you want just more tension in the stretch, but for me, the cables just feel better, so I like to do that. 5 sets of machine lateral raises. Again, I don't have the widest structure in the world, so I really want to focus on those side delts to give me more of that width. Shoulders a weakness for me. I did actually ask on Reddit what my weakest body parts were, and honestly, I got no consistent answers. I got people saying legs, then I got people saying arms, people saying upper chest, people saying traps. So really, it's all over the place, I can't lie. So I think that tells me that my physique is pretty balanced overall, but I still think I really want to bring up the shoulders more than anything. And then 3 sets of cable reverse wrist curls. I made a video not too long ago, top 5 forearm exercises. This is definitely one of them, focusing on the forearm flexors and stuff from the back of the forearm or whatever. Really great exercise, and I alternate between doing this one and then standard cable wrist curls as well. And then this 3 sets of lying cable shrugs. I know it looks really freaking stupid, but honestly, this variation of shrugs actually feels the best on my lower back, and I use these VersaGrip straps, so my grip, it's not even I'm not even holding on with my hands, it's just wrapped around my wrist, so my grip is not a limiting factor at all, and I've been liking it. So I know, make fun of me in the comments for doing this stupid ass exercise, but hey, works for me. I really feel my upper traps, so I really like it. But that's the workout, guys, so thank you so much for watching. Really appreciate all the support recently and all the videos and stuff like that. But I will see you in the next one. Peace.